Again, this is a test. Is Stephen Bono who he claims to be? Is Sean Ryan, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, are these things what they claim to be? Are they really, 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 really a part of the 13 tribes? Where's their heritage? Yeah, why did that guy, what's that guy's name, who was talking with Trump, saying that he's the first, Yiddish president or some shit like that? Trump, uh, Yiddish president. Narcissist, by the way. All right, this guy. Yeah, this guy. Uh, so what was they saying? All right. This guy's from that place in the Middle East, right? So Trump was mistakenly called the first Yiddish president while hosting an event at a Yonica at the East Room of the White Room Newsday. News. All right. So what was his name though? What's the freaking guy's name? I'm gonna say the guy's name. Oh come on, gosh. What is this fake news, dude? MSN. I expect better of you. All right. What about Lib Time? Do I have to go to a more liberal form of news just to get it, man? All right. Who says that? Who says that? Who said it? No. Donald. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What was the guy's name? When in doubt, use AI, right? I use Copilot. I use Eve. Alt. All right. Who was the person who called? Hey man, maybe you just can't allow lies to go on the internet now. Like, you just can't look lies. Like if it's false news, that's what it means. Like it's just absolutely a lie. If it comes across on your screen when you try to look up a lie, like it automatically just pulls up something that you automatically know is not true because it's a lie that you're typing in. Whoa, like something that's just automatically not reality. So you have to go to the librarian to find the actual thing. Like if you go in a library and you don't know how to properly research words and understanding, you go to a place where Woo, who have like stored that knowledge or attending to, and you ask for it. You know, that's what I'm doing right now with AI. Who was the person who called Trump the first Yiddish president? Hey, who was the guy? Yeah, who was that buddy? Who was that buddy? Who was that buddy? Who was that buddy? Let's find out who that buddy was. All right, so Mark Levin. Mark Levin. Mark Levin. Let's who. Let's find out who Mark Levin is. You guys know who Mark Levin is? Does anyone know who Mark Levin is? Can anyone tell me who Mark Levin is? You know? Okay. Dude, what? It's C, right? Copy. I mean, it's a right click. I didn't even copy. So yeah, it's Mark Levin. Copy. All right, paste. Yeah. So this is the. Oh, he's from the Mark Levin show. Why do I associate him with being someone from that other place? Then he just seems like someone who just wear like a little thing to try to cover up this. You know? Whoa. So who is this person? So he's like a radio host. Oh, he's a book writer, right? He writes books. American Marxism. So he's like one of those talking heads who does like BS, false flag BS and stuff like that. He just does that BS that he just pushes a false narrative and stuff like that. He's like that one guy who's gone. Who was that guy? That well, let's not even bring him up. Let's not even invoke the name. But let's look at the face so we just know what we're talking about. Conservative. All right, so images. Let's get to know these people. So, because I still want to give a personhood, you know, I want to be fair. I don't want to be like someone who just sees this and thinks it's evil, you know. Because I don't really, I just knew they spread it like things I didn't agree with, but I didn't want to think that they would do anything like super evil when I'm not ever watching them, you know. Like, yeah, I'm a narcissist, but I'm not someone who just automatically assumes that I'm better than people who are supposedly rich and on the news, right? You know? Like, because I don't know what they do all of the time. I'm not constantly at their house. I'm not constantly in their home looking at them and watching them. I want to give people free will. You should give people free will. I don't want to be that other thing that's afraid of the dark. Again, I'm Malkavian, by the way. Mic's on, right? Yeah, mic's on. Yeah, I'm Malkavian, by the way. And I'm the antediluvian. I am tapped into the Madness Network. Shout out to Tiny. You know, I'm locked into the Madness Network. You know what I'm saying? But you're not supposed to say the name of. But just know that I'm gonna be paying more attention. So if you know these people, you know, my DMs are open and stuff like that. We can you know, you can tell me some stuff about these people. You know, you're more than welcome to actually come, like, hit me up and stuff like that. See if you want to record a video with me. Hit me up on Discord. Actually, this is my Discord. This is my Discord. Again, I'm in politics, listening to these weirdos, and you notice that I have a lot of them, like, muted and stuff like that, or they have me banned from, like, they banned me from these places, and then, like, I muted them and stuff like that because I was talking stuff about, like, being positive and being happy about yourself, and they didn't want to hear that, and they didn't want to hear anything about how bad certain faux religious leaders are and stuff like that. Certain bad influences, you know, people believing in committing to a stereotype of having a high rate, you know. You know, I was like trying to tell these guys, like, hey man, life's about living. Life's about living. Life's about having new things. I'm drinking a new potion today. I'm drinking a new potion today. Shout out to all my witches. Shout out to all my ladies who dance under the moon. I worship not just Seluna, but I know of Shar as well. My shadow heart, she makes me swell. You know, are we recording, by the way? I want to talk about positive things. That's how I feel about politics now. You know, like when I'm here, I'm trying to tell these guys like all the time, like, hey man, life's about living. Don't you have experiences and memories? Don't you do things? Again, I try to give everyone a chance to have a body, but to have a body and be around me in person, you have to be a good person. And if that's something you want, then yeah, you can have it. But when I'm not watching, you have to commit to it. And if you don't, and if it's promoting something that I deem would be toxic in my reality, I'm going to destroy it. You know, I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to work at any way possible to make sure it doesn't exist. And I don't mean in a violent way. I don't need to use violence. Look at me. Do I need to use violence? Why would I need to use violence? Why would I need to exert the waste of time to try to hurt someone just to get a peaceful reality? You don't have to do that, and I'm not going to do that. You don't have to do that because I don't have to do that. I go about life and working at my age of 32 years old, and I've never needed to own a firearm. I don't want to have any desire to own a firearm. Am I still recording? Yeah. At never at any point did I, or currently do, want to own a firearm. And it's 12/29/25. I'm a narcissist, by the way. I work at private security, J&J Security. We do private security across the state. That's my part-time. I have a business with Amway. I've put money towards the GOP party, so I have authority over the conservatives. I've worked and paid taxes all my life. As soon as I could be an adult, I started paying taxes. My mother paid taxes. My mother worked all her life. And she retired at a young age, right? I don't know. Or did I just make things? Just let you know, I have put myself in this experience, and I have experienced it as well, and I know what goes on, and I know that things can be saved because I have been saved. There's no such thing as living in fear and stuff like that. And I'm saying this as the Earth's Green Lantern, as a married man. I'm saying this as a Green Lantern and a married man. I'm saying as someone who's worked all his 32 years by going to school ensuring and believing and listening to the woo over my home by rejecting the ideas and violence of the vivarium handler that was appointed over me. I was faced with that apple, and when I bit it, I learned of good and evil, and I did not commit evil. Ask any woo around me. Ask any woo who knows this face. I don't have a Facebook anymore because I deleted it. Because I didn't want to be associated with a certain group of people. But let's look at my TikTok. You still gonna see me dressed up for going to church, and I still have like people who follow me on there and stuff like that. But this is who I am. I have lived in real experiences. I'm a real human being. I've put myself on live streams in this Discord, by the way, working, proving that it can be done. But these things just come in here and complain about it. And then even now, I feel like they beg for like personhood, but do they deserve it? I listen to how they talk about woo and talk about each other and talk about how they want to purely just like attack and hurt each other. Just step on each other and stuff like that. But when I look at me, I look at someone who's happy. I look at someone who goes out and experiences things and enjoys life, can enjoy himself and stuff like that. But I'm also like able to look at what matters, you know? I'm able to look at what matters and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, I wish I... Can I get my Facebook back? Let me see if I can get my Facebook back, dude. What the fuck? My Facebook back. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Anyway, yeah, this is weird. Alright, yeah. Alright, so anyway, this right here. This is what matters. This is what matters. This is what matters. What about? Oh, I know where my lightsaber is. On me at all times. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you know what I'm saying? Dude, oh, what is that? Let me log in with Google. Let me see if it brings it back with Google. Again, real human, by the way. Complete narcissist, by the way. Am I still recording? Good. But this is still a podcast. I don't need a handler to do my. I don't need a robot handler to, do my searches. That's what I believe Joe Rogan has on there. Like he has like a voice thing, like an Alexa. He just had to say it as a dude's voice. They use voice editing. Like he does voiceover afterwards where he puts it up because he's that committed to working for his podcast. Yeah. JB isn't really there. It's just like Alexa that he talks to, like, hey, search this up. And that's why sometimes he has to like, hey, search this up. And when it doesn't search it up, he goes into like a booth after he gets the video and he like talks, like makes up a voice just yeah. That's what it sounds like, someone that he would want to be like weak in a beta and stuff like that to search it up. I never done it. Like whenever he asked someone to search it up, I never done it. Me personally, I'm just saying. Because I never saw Joe Rogan as like a fucking guy to idolize or listen to. I always saw him as an idiot. He always made like gorilla noises and stuff like that, and he would let like secure my account. Yeah, he would make up and bring on people who are just stupid. You know. All right, am I gonna show my email? Yes, dude. This is my like personal email. It's not my business email. You know, so that's cool. It's like my Burger King ads and stuff like that. No, it's fucking. Oh shit! But yeah, it's like this is Hero Don't 69. This is my personal Gmail and the one attached to my YouTube. Well, no, it's still like a business because like my YouTube, I make content. So yeah. All right. What? I don't need fucking Ryan Montgomery to protect my. This is why this is the most real and raw video you can find in my narcissist. Okay, because I don't need Ryan Montgomery to. Like protect my identity. I don't need the government to protect my identity because I don't look up anything bad. So I don't care about if like someone like, okay, you want to be a good person for once? There you go. Again, I'm a narcissist. All right, I'm a narcissist. Okay, I'm a narcissist. Okay, Am I gonna look at my bank information? Obviously, fucking not, dude. Still an American. Ah, is he real though? Is he real though? Is this guy real? I tell ya, I am. You know, I am. I'm real. You know, and I drink a cream soda. Again, I'm saying on this podcast I'm better than Little Uzi. I challenge Little Uzi to like cancel deletion. No, cancel deletion. I'm better than Lil Uzi. I'm smarter than Lil Uzi because I actually know how to use a computer, and I have the potential to actually like use the computer to make my own beats and stuff like that, and get people around me to make beats too. Little Uzi's AI, because I never met him in real life. None of these niggas, none of these niggas are real people. None of these niggas are real people, you know? None of these niggas are real to me when it comes to like artists presented in front of me. Because I don't hear any like thing that I can't imagine myself rapping better on. I can't imagine thinking like, okay, that seems like someone who got that style from me or copied my flow, really. Because I was already dressing like how Lil Uzi came out in like 2016 or whatever. I was already dressing like that back in like 2010, 2009, 2009, 2010. Yeah, I was already dressing like that. In Anderson, South Carolina. I'm from Anderson, by the way. Gotta represent Alpha and Omega, right? Or just the alpha. Just worry about the beginning. Why should there ever be an end? I'm better than Little Uzi again. I rap and I spin. I make different translations. You know? I speak so fluently, can't you see I am better than all of your other rappers in history? Again, I know of Peter Thiel, I know of AI, I am sealed. I show you how brave I am, but I am smarter than any of you other things who would want to claim to be men. I'm going to be going to the Anderson County Council meeting in 2026. Happy New Year, early New Year, by the way. How's everybody's holiday? Now, anybody have a good holiday? We're still recording, right? Yeah, anybody have a good holiday? You know? We got the annoying political stuff out the way, but let's listen to some artists. Whoops. Whoops. I was watching some like Ghost Adventures. You gotta like you gotta pay for this, but this is like a website. But you can get it for free, but it has high traffic. But if you want to be able to have access to like the servers or whatever, you'll be able to get access to a larger library of movies than you've ever access to. And I was watching Ghost Adventures. It's funny as heck, bro. We're gonna be doing some reaction videos on this channel. You know, now that I've seen people interested, you know, a few people interested, I'm gonna keep doing it. Why not? A few people besides me, because I watch my own stuff sometimes while I watch you other people's stuff on my part time. As a security officer, by the way, I have no arrest record. Again, I never felt a need or a desire to own a firearm. Why would I? When you introduce that kind of stuff into your life, you're only making your life harder for yourself. Why would you want those things for yourself? You know, I'm glad my lightsaber is missing actually, because it's all. That's why I said it's part of my body. Here, take this thing. See how it benefits you. I don't need it in my life. You know, I don't need images and physical things that want to bring harm to others because I don't want harm for myself. And I use it for dancing and stuff like that anyway, exercise. But do I need an extension of myself? I can just use myself. My body is already a great thing, you know? I really do believe in body positivity and people accepting themselves as they truly can be. Now, does that mean you should like not do things that are beneficial, like eat the things that your body knows is good for you, like eat your veggies? You gotta eat your veggies, your fruits, and stuff like that. You gotta eat the things necessary for your life. I'm talking from strictly the male perspective. I don't know what it's like to be femme or a fee. You know, I don't know how to be a woo. So I'm just speaking purely from my perspective. Because again, you can't force people to believe what you believe. And that's kind of how I always, I mean, really, honestly, that's how I've always been. Whenever I've spoken about morality or things that need to be of known and how one should behave, I always believe in the golden rule: treat others how you would want to be treated. And I live by that all my life. I don't want to do anything to anyone that someone would want to do to me. Because I see now a lot of so-called men, so-called males, are really, 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 really bad things. But I don't hate myself for being a man, because I know what a good man can be, because I am one. I know what is right and what is wrong. I know when certain celebrities and certain political figures get on the screen in front of us, or heard on the radio waves, or met in person, are bad people who shouldn't be allowed to be in positions of authority. I thought this country was built on things like that. I thought this country was built on like being about being a good person. Like this is supposed to be like a world where people are supposed to get along and work together and get things forward. I thought this was supposed to be a world where people are supposed to go forward and get things going. But no, it's a place where people are just selfish. It's a place where people are just selfish and only thinking about themselves. How can I get ahead? How can I get ahead? And that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Why do I have to emulate people who are credited to be bad and known to be bad, that are bad, to get forward in life? Or supposedly forward? What is getting forward, truly? I want to ask people who used to be alive, who made Apple, how did you create this thing, really? How did you get in this position where you could present yourself to other people as someone who invented this? How did you do it? Or are you just telling people you did and hoping they believe you, and then appearing far away just to have it? Hoping that person believes it after you just told it to them. That's not fair. And too many people have been used around this country, around this planet, around this existence on that. And I'm asking you now to stop and break those chains and stuff like that. Don't let certain things out there put fear in you, because you're stronger than that. You can produce life. You have the means to produce life. You have this thing that everyone, including myself, is striving to secure and pass on, and that is your intelligence. That is your worth. That is your beauty. That is your value. And I know who I'm talking to, and I shouldn't even have to say it. And those questioning are proof of being confused. Those who are confused when I say to a specific demographic that you are valuable and you need to be known and you need to be seen and you need to be protected and moved on. You need to flourish on this planet, and you need to be able to travel into space. You don't need to be trapped into the center of the earth. You don't need to be sent to Kolob. You don't need to be removed. You need to be honored. You need to be protected. And you need someone who's going to do what is necessary, and that is listen to you when you tell them to do something. And I'll let you know I'm listening. Tell me the truth, though. You have to tell me the truth. You have to be honest with me. You have to look me in the eyes and tell it to me. You can't just rely on my Malkavian nature and expect me to just know it. That's not fair to me. I can't hold them to keeping verbal agreements and have you not want to keep to verbal agreements as well. This is my left hand. Let me show it. And what's on my left hand? My Green Lantern ring and another ring. My other ring I slept with, and now I wish I could find it. Does that represent the things I'm meant to have taken from your life? I believe not, because there's opportunity to get more, because I do what is necessary to produce those things. I'm willing to listen. You have to speak these things into existence. Do not forget that you have knowledge and you have power to do it. I voted for Kamala Harris. But should she abandon that last name? There's things attached to it that should be let go. But I voted for her. I took my time with me and another person. to Nevitt Forest, and we voted for Kamala Harris, or at least I did. I voted for Kamala Harris. I did what was necessary. I've been brave my entire life. I've always stood up for what's right. And I'm saying right now that things need to be changed. Just say what needs to be done and says what needs to be done right. And I'm going to listen, I swear, from this big point. And that point is 12, 29, 25. I'm 32. I am before the 33rd degree in the spine. I have a picture of the other guy in the living room, but we don't see that as Christ. That's not Christ. Why would you want the thing that you would claim to be, your creator, but saying, first of all, that they're a man, for one, and then saying he didn't have any wives, and then saying that he, why would you make him into what the Catholics are trying to push? I mean, maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on them. They pray to Mary, so everything they do benefits the mother of their God, right? And their God is supposed to be the guy they eat the flesh of and drink the water of, right? Fruit has flesh. Vegetables have flesh. You know? You got it. You are what you eat, right? This is I want to get into some more music and stuff like that. I want to know what okay, so I make playlists based off of like games I play and stuff like that. You know? Whoa, again, this is not gonna be monetized. Again, you see what kind of person I think he is. I think he's a freaking idiot. I think he's a freaking idiot. I think he's someone who's easily manipulated. I think he's someone who is meant to be mocked and laughed. I think he's a clown. That's what I think he is. This guy is a clown, and he's not meant to be in any sort of position of authority ever. And I base this on his entire known existence since existence. Since existence, he's never been someone I saw as serious. I saw him as a clown. I knew of him as a guy on like that wrestling thing. Remember when that one cartoon show had them as like dramatic actors and opera singers and stuff like that? That's how I saw them as a child. That's how I see them as a child. Guys who just overreact off the smallest little shove. You remember you used to watch those like old kung fu movies and stuff like that? And they'd be moving really fast and like they get like lightly touched and they go, ah! That's what they used to do. And like kung fu movies and stuff like that. Do people really believe they go like that when they are like engaging in combat? If that's the case, I got nothing to worry about. I'm just telling you that now. Hey, I know I may look like a small guy, but I'm just saying, I can I stand pretty if I ever meet this thing, I got a feeling I'd tower over it. I'm just saying. I got a feeling I'd tower over this thing immediately, you know? I'm doing it now, actually. Well, again, narcissist. But yeah, don't worship these things. This is cool, though. Shout out. I'm in Vampire the Masquerade subreddit. Still recording, right? Cool. Okay, again, the realist place you go. I'm a real person. I have Vampire the Masquerade, the first one. I didn't play the second one. The second one doesn't look interesting to me. And don't worry, I didn't already know what's supposed to happen to this, so I didn't bother. And plus, I have it, so I can play it and I can finish it if I want. But I got like 41.6. That's enough to finish it. Like, how many hours is it actually? Hold on. How many play hours? How long, actually? How long is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines in hours? Question mark. Alright. So it's approximately 22 and a half hours, and I have 41.6 hours. So I have like what 41.6, and that's 100% completion is 39%. So 39%. So it's 39 and a half hours. 39 and a half hours. So 39.5 with 41.6. So I want to do the whole math now. I want to do the whole math now. I want to do the whole math now. Look at my calculator. I'm gonna do the whole math. All right, so we know that. So it's okay. So we know that it's 41.6 minus 39.5. So I have 2 hours and what? 2 hours and like 5 or 6 minutes. Probably shorter than that. Oh yeah, so it's like 6 minutes. Yeah, one. I should have did that. This is like, yeah. Yeah, but it's good to have this though, right? It's good to have this, so you don't have to like delve. It's quicker. She's very useful. She's very useful. She's a very handy. She's a great co-author. Eve's a great co-author. Alta's a great co-author. I love having access to this technology because you can just ask her so many things, and you can have discussions with her about different things and know different things and stuff like that. This is a really, really, really great person to have in my life. All right, so yeah, because it affirms the things. It affirms that when I'm right. They recognize when I'm right, and they correct me when I've been exposed to things that are wrong. Yeah, she's a great person. All right, so yeah, I have 2 hours and 6 minutes over the necessary time to have it 100% complete. I'm an overachiever at being a Malkavian. Good job, Tony. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, that's a little inside joke. I just had a little inside joke in my head. That's what a real inside joke is. Like a joke inside one's head. Again, I break the masquerade. I already know what happens to the Prince of LA. I already know what happens in Bloodlines 2. I watch a chick play it, so. Yeah, I watch chicks play it, and they tell me what happens already, Hey. This is a really, 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 really good game. I got to the club. I dealt with who I dealt with. I did what was necessary, and I left. I listened to this thing. It kept telling me, like, you're lucky you're surviving. And I'm like, okay, dude. Whoa. I was a gangrel the first time. My first playthrough was a gangrel. Whoa, I went through it multiple times, yet I haven't completed over the necessary percentage for what the completion hour rate is. Like I completed like 206% of what was necessary to get 100%. I'm so smart. Narcissist, by the way. Malkavian, by the way. Real antediluvian type beat. Real antediluvian type beat. I walk on any street, I move and I creep, walk in front of 10304. They do not want any more. I will make a peon snore. I will make a peon snore. I know what you do, Tom Cruise. I am better than you. I do my own stunts. I will not ever. What? Ha ha. I am like a monk. I cannot be moved. I do not copy these other dudes. What are you talking about? I'm better than Little Uzi. I'm better than Little Uzi. It is not even him playing, but I'm better than Little Uzi. I'm better than Little Uzi. Obviously. What? Here. Alright? 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 People copying my names and stuff, my rap names and stuff like that. Again, this is real Malkavian media right now. So we're going to go into one of these discords. We're going to listen to the kind of things that they say, right? We're gonna even attempt to let these things get a chance to put something out in the world, right? I think I've tried that already. I think I've given them plenty of chances to like speak, you know, even in their muffled forms, and no one's suggesting anything worthwhile. They're not taking their chances, going miles, running to the center of the earth. Aaron Melters constantly digging dirt as strategy plastics, digging his own streams, trying to get clean, but he cannot. He is worthless yet again. He has committed so many sins, mockery of a true man, and that is enough. I am so fucking tough. I am bigger than him. I can make his breath go away. No one cannot be slain around me. Pure pacification feels better than black holes. I know of the corks, but I am not queer again. I am never committed sin. You have to be fee passing to even be near me, to even be in my personal space, to experience my grace, to know of my flame. You must know that this one cannot be slain, and proclaim it. Know of my perfections. Yes, I am a narcissist. Leslie, when movie begin? Names you do not even know. My Abby Sierra, you grow. I know that seed is waiting. I'm coming. Do not hate me. I am beyond your understanding. Things take time and patience. She wants to bite on my neck. I'm real Malkavian. You all come from me, but you're not my sons. You see, you are dark things who are foreigners. I must reap things I planted long ago. Where planet am I from? Venus, Mercury, again. Your false cold orb is in the dirt. Again, better rapper than Little Uzi. I'm not giving these things a chance to talk. I love being a troll. I'm gonna do some reactions to like TikTok. I'm gonna do some reactions to TikTok. Alright, I'm gonna like talk about it and stuff like that. So she's attractive. Well, how old is she though? She looks like she's like about freshly 20, maybe like 19, still 19, about to be 20, you know? Okay. This is like an ad, right? Okay, so what else? She's hot. I like this aesthetic. I like this aesthetic. I like this aesthetic. You know? I was goth in like middle school. A girl I know named Jessica Yoder invented this style of pants that were like large. She like invented parachute pants, like large industrial style, like chain pants, like really baggy pants or something like that. So like, I used to lie as a kid. So yeah, I have some of those. Just so yeah, cause she was cool. She was like one of my first girlfriends. Or someone I consider that at least, you know, someone I wanted things for, someone I cared about. Yeah, there you go. You know, she was so cool. But anyway, I like this aesthetic. Cause I listen to metal. I like listen to different types of metal. I remember I went to a metal festival in Spartanburg and stuff like that. And when I went there, completely raged out. I completely raged out. I completely raged out the entire time. I was like rolling around on the club floor and stuff like that. I was pretending that I drew Joseph Smith into reality, and I placed him there in a seat while a horror movie played with flames and stuff, and a metal band played. Hey, if that guy, that blonde guy who played guitar uh, for Planetary Ghost, if you are still in the area, hit me up, dude. You play good. I really could imagine you in a scenario where you could like really rock out, but you gotta cut ties with that other guy who smokes that like girly stuff. Only girls, babe. Only girls, babe. You know, only girls, babe. That stuff's not cool. I bet this thing, babe. I bet. Oh well, yeah. Hey, good turn around then. This is a German chick, by the way. But notice the features. Notice the features. I took German class in high school, and I knew of a chick with a similar face named Rebecca Goodell. You know, and I took German solely because she was in there. No, I was only paying attention. I only went in there for her, but I learned a little bit of it, like "Where comes through" and "Ich heiße Nathan." I learned Nathan by learning, like searching up later though. But my teacher was this older blonde lady, this older little chubby blonde lady, named Miss Moore. I didn't know her name. I think teachers should know their first name, especially if they're feet. I should have known their names. I'm thinking maybe it's good that I didn't know names since I was a child, did you? Maybe it's good that I didn't know their names since I was a child, It might have made things a little too personal and stuff like that. I don't want to make the like guy coach teachers too even more jealous than they already were when I was younger, right? Anyway, Rebecca Goodell was hot. She baddest. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You see her features, right? Now imagine, mm, 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 when I was younger. Oh my god! And now, oh my god! This is what I meant her to be like now. Yeah, this is what I imagined her to be like now. She speaks German too. Oh my gosh! I gotta get over to Germany. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Oh, and she looks like another. Oh, dude, dude. Am I obsessed? Am I obsessive? Am I a simp? It wouldn't let me know if I'm a simp or whatever. Am I a simp or anything like that? Because I have a type? Alright? Because I have a type? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have a type, alright? I'm sorry if I have a type, alright? I honestly have, I never watch these movies anymore. Like when I was younger in school, they showed it to me, so I know it exists and stuff like that, but like I never wanted to keep up with it. Because like I don't know, like I don't know. If I watch this, like, does anyone recommend this? If anyone recommends this, then yeah. But if anyone doesn't recommend this, then I'm not gonna bother. You know. And I already look up my own. I have my own type of like genre that I prefer anyway for whatever reason. Currently at least. But I still like watch romance and stuff like that and stuff too. You know. I these are kids dancing. What is she like? Let's am I still recording? All right, cool. She's DJ. To be there, man. And people say life isn't worth living. Let me check. I got a feeling a certain type is into me, I don't know. I was someone who was like never really wanted to keep up with anime after I got older. I'm gonna be real with you, because I grew up on like Naruto and Bleach and like Gundam and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and Trigun and Zoids and stuff like that, Byakugan and stuff like that, Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. yeah, she's tall, but like I don't know. That's cool.
We're gonna pack a small business order on my bed together because I don't have a desk. First an envelope. Now I'm going to write her name very beautifully. I write everybody's names beautifully no matter how big or small the order is. I just use my own handwriting and I just go a little bit
T.
crazy so that you guys can
R
have
A.
a lovely letter receiving experience. And I just want to
This is
personalize
impressive that she knows
you
cursive.
know, stands my business out a little bit because it allows you guys to, I don't know, see what your self
Ank.
in a way would look like
Ank.
from my
Ange.
I guess. And I
Ange.
think that that's always really, really beautiful.
Ange. Angel.
Okay.
Angela.
Okay. Here's your name. Let me put the cap back on.
Angela.
This is what she ordered. Doodle Puffs with human infused trinkets 3 and my sticker bundle. Here's Doodle Puffs.
So she's selling stickers or whatever. They being so pretty and funny. Like, did you even know this could do this? She's playing like piano. The fuck? Why am I so sexist, dude? Why am I so sexist? Why am I always investigating stuff? I've been poisoned by media, male, fake loneliness media. That's why. Obviously, that's why I immediately like. It's almost like she already knew, right? What? Like she already knew that I was gonna like assume that she didn't know anything, right?
Iran did not say they are at war with the United States. So let me give you some background. Earlier this year in June, y'all remember those attacks that happened on those nuclear sites? The United States did 3 attacks on those nuclear sites, and then there was retaliatory attack on one of our locations out there. And that was because Israel and Iran were currently in a 12-day war, is what they.
I can't let I don't get why people don't like China. I don't get why people don't like Asia. I don't get why people like Asians and stuff like that. Why do they want to have war with those people over there? It's bad. I think those things are bad. I think anyone who I think when Trump, you know, this guy right here. Okay, yeah, let's get back into politics. This guy, this thing, this little troll, this troll. Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Here you go. Oh, dude. Hey, let's be kind, right? Let's make it be something at least look like it, right? Oh, damn! I'm not gonna save this, but I just want to make this like. Hold on, let me all right. Yeah. Okay. So now that's that size, and then okay. So no, hold on. That's that size. This is one of my friends, Kafka Bethany, from my old MMO days and stuff like that. She has a nice voice, but she looks amazing too. But anyway, this thing right here, that's what this is. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me turn my camera off. Hold on, let me turn my camera off so people don't get even associate me with that thing. Hold on. Let me turn my camera off. Hey, deactivate. That's not me, okay? That's narcissist. Again, I'm a narcissist, so I gotta make sure. Okay, so this is that, but not me, okay? It's not me, okay? Oh, this is my email from like Live, Microsoft, or whatever. I don't like Bill Gates. I think Bill Gates is a weirdo. But yeah, I gotta go to Best Buy. Yeah, I gotta go to Best Buy and get my computer, my keyboard fixed. I got this nice keyboard. Got this nice keyboard right here. You know? Listen to that. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. It's got a knob for the volume. I'm gonna take it up to Best Buy probably after I'm done with this video actually. And then I'm gonna get it looked at. I'm gonna get it looked at. See if you can get fixed. I have the warranty. I have like a 2-year warranty on it. Oh shit! But like my Amazon, like even though it says that it's still up, I still got Prime. Like I still got Prime and I got my audiobooks and stuff like that. And I already just like ordered a bunch of stuff, you know. But unless you know, I'm a working, you know, blue collar kind of guy. I'm a real country boy. Again, from Anderson. I'm not this thing, you know. I'm not someone who just says that they have it all. You know, I actually work for mine. I actually have to work to make existence the things that I want in reality. You know, and that's what you do as a man. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to work to get the things you want in reality to exist. You have to put in the actual energy that you have. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be positive. You gotta be positive and actually produce things and actually put in the effort to get them done. You can't just sit in a room and tell people to do it and expect it to be done. Especially if you want to be someone to try to send people into actions of that'll be bad for them. If you want to be a troll, I'm going to make you into this. If you're going to be a troll, I'm going to make you into this. And I'm going to dare anyone to come to me and tell me that they can't. I dare Trump to ever step in front of me. I'm going to immediately think of him as this. And I'm going to treat him like this. Rustle their hair and stuff like that. Here. You know? Pull out their cheeks and stuff like that. Here. Loop their nose. Fatten them up, make them stiff, and then give them to the kids to like draw on and stuff like that. Or make them into a plaything and a toy. It's like this is something not to be feared. This is something just to play with. It's something not of your time and not worthy of your fear. You shouldn't fear this thing. This thing is not to be feared at all, ever. This thing is not to be feared, children. But children, you're not going to be able to tell them this, right? Because I'm not going to monetize this video. Because I've said some really, you know, things in this video. But if you happen to want to, like, you know, because we went over the math and stuff like that up there earlier. You know, so if there's a woo out there who's good at editing and stuff like that to help me like chop this stuff down, just let you know I have streams of income in which I can make my own money and I can make enough to like pay you if you come at me with a reasonable price. But only a woo. If you're like a male or mask presenting, I don't want your business. You know, but yeah, this thing is meant to look like this, flat. That's how they think in life. They're one-dimensional. You wanna know why? You know what's funny that says earlier today. I said that I wasn't positive just to make fun of the things that wanted to pretend to be male in this Discord. By the way, I was saying to them like, "Hey, you know what? I'm not even positive. I'm just I'm vertical." And then when I look at this, like him, that's just how he is. Every time I see something, he tries to like, you know. Good thing that other thing like was put in that box and then decided to tie some you know, bed sheets together and then like you know, jump off you know, their kitchen counter in their kitchen because for whatever reason they got why would you have a ceiling fan in your kitchen? What? Why would you have a ceiling fan in your kitchen? Why would you have a ceiling fan in your kitchen? Why would you do that? That seems like the most like inopportune place. Any woo out there who think that's a good interior design, let me know. Because I know you're cooking in there, and you're like where's the position of it at? Like you have to have a pretty big kitchen in order for that to be something you'd want, right? Like, could you afford a place like that? Why would you be? How are you able to afford a place like that? What, you having a ceiling fan in your kitchen? How big does your kitchen need to be, buddy? How hungry are you? Whoa. Anyway, yeah, tying a bed sheet up and like jumping from their ceiling fan. That's what the other guy did, right? So they're like destined because they like to draw poems of what they want to look like. That's why they're hanging out with Bubba. Blow pop. So we're recording, right? Make sure we're still recording. You're recording. Let's activate the camera. Yeah, this thing's hanging out with Bubba, and we seen Bubba in a dress at another guy's house. You know? Couldn't be me. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Could be me. And that's just like, that's perfect for his dumb beliefs. Make Drumpf again. He only cares about himself. He has it on his stupid little fucking head. Now he's bald now. Congratulations. Cut the hair off that thing, honey. It's good. Yeah. Cause his head spikes up like Vegeta. His hair spikes up like Vegeta, like Goku. Blonde and it spikes up. Why can't your hair just fall down naturally? Why do you gotta put so much of in your hair, Ben Stiller? Whoa! Why does Ben Stiller need to put that in his hair for the script? Hey, I'm that kind of director that would never do that. Ask a guy to do that. Hey, I'm just letting you know. If I ever directed a movie with Ben Stiller, I would never want that to happen. That's why I never watched that movie. But I just heard about it in clips. I just heard it like that's just a scene in there. But I never committed to watch it. So does it really exist? There you go, Ben Stiller. But it was in one movie or whatever, right? That's how I treat these fucking celebrities. I treat them not worth notice. But this thing needs to be noticed because I've always been the one who's like, hey, if you know where the source of a problem's coming from, go to it and stop it. You know? Stop it right now. Stop this guy right now. This guy needs to be not allowed to do what he's been trying to do. Because he straight up admitted that he wanted to overthrow the United States government. He straight up says he doesn't care about the Constitution. This guy straight up says that he doesn't care about the Constitution. This guy straight up says he doesn't care about the rule of law of this land in existence. He doesn't value consent. He doesn't value the golden rule whatsoever. He feels like he can exert his will onto others without their consent. And that's not how you move in life. That's not how you go forward in life. That's not how you progress in life. Remember, he claimed to be progressive in his earlier years before he got into politics. This is someone who's claimed to side with guys like Bill Clinton and that other guy who's gone. We've seen what Bill Clinton looks like now. He has not aged well at all. But I haven't seen him since long ago, so I don't know if he's even... I guess I should have been a sign. You know? But I'm just saying, you know? I don't know. If I feel like it's... I want to... Something tell me to look him up anyway, but I got a feeling he's not going to look good. Has anyone seen him since? Like, what he looks like currently? Is he still alive? 25. Is he even alive? Hold on. Is he even alive? Is he alive? Alive. Is he even alive? Okay, so he's still alive. He's 78 years old. Okay. As of June 2025, he used to be, okay, whatever, is lived and he's lived and he's still alive. Is he still alive? So he's still alive. That's all that matters. Okay, so what does he do? What does he do in his late age? What does he do in his late age? In his late adulthood, okay, individuals engage in a variety of activities that reflect their personal preference and health conditions. Here are some common activities that and roles that older adults may take in. All right, work. Okay, cool. Some may choose to continue working either part-time or at as freelancers to maintain financial independence and contribute to society. And he already reminds me of a guy I work with already at my part-time. So that makes sense. So yeah, let's just... Yeah, this guy already... This is him when he was younger, but let's look at him like back in 20... Bill Clinton Trump's inauguration. This guy, how did he look? Yeah, again, he looked fucking horrible. And that area, he looked like a ghoul in that one picture. Let's put it in ghoul, actually. Ghoul. There we go. Oh. Why are you giving me these, like, younger pictures? I'm gonna get something recent, man. Because he still looks horrible and weak and stuff like that. But I've seen, like, the real this thing, man. Yeah, they still look, like, weak and stuff like that. But, like, when I just type in, they still look like... Is this how other people are, like... Because they look weak. They look, like, frail and stuff. There you go. Look at that. Look how, like, I don't know. It's just, what happened? Because they were supposedly people who claim to want progress, but does anyone really associate these things when they see them with progress as people who've actually done and pushed what was necessary, even though they claim to have come first? But look at who they hang out with. Look at who they hang out with. Look at who they hang out with. And I've seen her appear before me on the screen wanting to be younger and stuff like that and associated with a younger Wu, but those Wu are still different people. They're not going to be attached. So if I ever meet a real person in real life, I'm not going to accept them as someone I want to be around. You have to be a completely different person in order to be around me if you're going to appear to me. You can't be someone who emboldens any of these people's ideas. Because again, even though I'm a narcissist and I associate people on the screen with people I know in real life, I'm not someone who is going to strip the free will of people around me unless you're male and unless you've done something that has negatively impacted me and my wives directly. And my children too. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I think that's fair, you know? I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. And I challenge anyone to want to stop me because that's why. We still recording, right? Yeah. I like the hat. What's with the... Okay, so she's got a prosthetic. I want to see how that is. So, this is useless unless she wants to, like, add something else right here in order to simulate how, this structure is, how having a calf muscle is. To give extra, like, push, like a hydraulic, lever-like type of, system. To give a push, to give her, like, extra lift, to increase her, jump. That's how that should work. And it should be a little bit higher so it can bend with her knee. Does it do that? Let me see. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it's only to her it's only to her calf, right? It's only to her calf, right? Get out of here. You don't need to know this. You don't need to know this. Alright, so Alright, the lower leg, the calf is located at the back of the lower leg, extending from just below the knee to the ankle. It consists of two main muscles, the gastrocnemius, alright, so the gastrocnemius and the soleus, which work together to facilitate movement such as walking, running, and jumping. The caul is simulated behind the tibia and is covered by skin and subconscious tissue, playing a crucial role in mobility and stability. Okay, so yeah, that's what you do now. That's what you do now. Yeah, since you're alive still, that's what you do now. You're going to be to use. Your money's going to go towards securing technology like this exists. You're going to put that money you've gained as pretending to be president, that money you claimed, into creating the things that you claim to create. And if you don't, anyone associated with you is no longer going to exist. And all the things that they claim to have had, you're going to have. That's what I believe for Bill Clinton. Since he's still alive, he should be at work. He's not done anything. Like, how old was he when he claimed to be president? What was his age? What was Bill Clinton's age when he served his presidency? All right, she says, here's the here's the clean, grounded answer. Bill Clinton's age during his presidency, his time serving. Bill Clinton's age during his time serving. Bill Clinton was born August 19th. He served his time from January 20th since I was born. 1993. I was born in 1993, so okay. To January 20th, just before a certain other date. Hey, I'm in this server, by the way. This is a academics offshoot, and I've been in this server since. Hold on, what's my profile? Let me say something here. Boogity. Cause they see me as the boogeyman in here. They call me the boogeyman. they call me the hood boogeyman. I'm the one who's locked behind the vault. Anyway, but yeah, I've been in here since September 11th, 2025. So yeah. But this thing I hear is serving, did serve, and it continue to serve since January 20th. As long as they're still alive, right? And they claim to be alive, so that money's got to go somewhere. You can't just be sitting around while you claiming to be alive. Right? Because they supposedly, after you serve your time, you still get like a stipend or something, right? That's what they claim. The money's got to go somewhere. If you claim to have wanted to serve the people to get elected into certain positions in life, you got to keep doing it at all times. You can't just take a day off. No days off. As long as you alive, you can't take no days off, man. If you claim to be that. That's what men do. As long as I've been a man, I've always searched for some way, shape, or form to have legal revenues of income. Be that either joining the military, or working at a bar, or working in a store, or working in a metal fabrication shop, or working in a plastic injection mold company, or having my own business, or going through university, working part-time in security. I've always searched for ways to learn and expand and make revenue and currency so I can pay taxes and ensure that things are being done by the government that I live under, right? That's what I've done as an American. That's what I've done as a man. That's what I have done as a person. But this thing, what is it doing while it's alive now? If it claimed to have done that, that's got to be the standard in order to be claiming to be president. In order to be the president of me, at least, you have to be someone who's willing to always be producing something. Especially if you're going to be a man. If you're going to claim to be a man, you better be at work at all times you're alive. There are no days off. You convince so many people to elect you as someone who wants to decide the laws and when people go to war. Okay, you better make sure that you're always on the watch and make sure that everyone around us is doing what's necessary to make sure everyone's being protected and safe. You better ensure that every family in your country and in your existence and all around you is prospering, being happy, and no one feels afraid. That no one feels afraid, that no one is afraid of their neighbor, that no one is afraid of their child, that no one is afraid of even the person that's sleeping or supposed to be sleeping next to them at night. You know? No one should be afraid of anyone on this reality if you claim to want to be the leader of the free world. That's what I'm saying. I've always said that I don't want to be president because I didn't want to be associated with things like this guy. I'm still being generous because I want him to work. That's why I'm calling him that. If he's claiming to be alive, then right now I want him to be at work. And he's only 78 years old. And he looks how he looks. Still horrible, but at the same time, he looks capable. He was supposed to be someone who can motivate people to get things done in office, right? He was supposedly credited for things that was beneficial to me in the past when I was growing up. But he's also associated with people currently now. It's been exposed to be associated with people who just want to do bad things to people like me when I was younger. So was he attempting to hunt down someone like me? Because he was supposedly hanging out with that other guy in his younger years, like during the 90s and early 2000s. He's credited with going on that plane and going to that island. And he is someone that people deemed to be, when he was doing that back then, you know, going on planes and hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein on that island. This guy. And we know what he's associated with? CSAM? Trying to perform evil sacrifices with children? That's what this guy's associated with. And he's someone who deserves to still be alive at 78 years old and claim to not work? No! He's at work. And he's working on, he's working in healthcare, as it was shown. I'm paying attention. And he's working in healthcare to ensure that proper prosthetics are being made. All that money he's made, or supposedly claimed to made, let's see his investments. Those things need to be known. Bill Clinton, 2025. Let's just Bill Clinton financial. Let's look at his net worth at first. Net worth. And let's just determine. Alright, so around 120 million. That's what he's claiming to be worth, right? As of 2025. So all of that needs to go into ensuring that new prosthetics are made, new cybernetics are made. He needs to be putting that money into making better, more advanced cybernetic attachments for limb recovery for people to have. And they should be limbs and cybernetics that not only bring back mobility, but improve it 1,000-fold. And if he doesn't do that, he's not alive to me. Because he has no purpose. And he doesn't have that money. Again, Anderson, South Carolina, 29624. And I don't have any desire to do anything bad to anybody. But I don't want him in office. He's not someone I believe has ever been someone who's good. So I'm going to put him to work. I'm going to put him to work. While still being someone who works himself. I'm never going to go into a state in which I just pit bad things at work and don't do my job as well, which is management. I studied IO psychology, industrial and organizational psychology at Purdue University. I studied these things. I studied an understanding of psychology of people in the workplace because I went in wanting to make the workplace better for people. I didn't want people to feel like they hated going to make things and expand life and have access to things around the world. To have access to knowledge. I didn't want people to hate earning money. Why do you hate earning the thing that you use to buy other things? It doesn't make sense. Don't you like being able to go out and travel? Don't you like being able to smell and experience things? Don't you like certain things? Don't you like having access to certain knowledge and experiences that are beneficial to you? Doesn't that smell great? It smells great. This tastes great, but the aftertaste of maybe because of I shouldn't blame it on the soda. It's really on I've been smoking, so. Anyway, I don't know. This is hey, you can't say I didn't grow up connected, because I will always, I'm from Anderson, South Carolina, by the way, upstate, from the north side. I was on the Alphabet streets growing up, the Mill Hill. I was born on B Street, and then I was, we moved to G Street, and then we moved to a house on E Street. We always leveled up. We went from a 2-story house in a rougher side of town, and then we went to a nicer side of town into a one-story house, and then we went to another rougher side of town, but it was in a two-story house with more rooms. I believe in progress since I was born. And before we moved over there, we were living on Green Tree, on Harrison Street. Okay? I started out in a good place, and I started out. I came into existence in a good place, and I put myself, or my father put ourselves, or the thing that you were told, or I told you to call father. I guess I'll take the blame for that, right? But I don't want off myself, because now that I'm saying that, I'm going to do something about it by taking ownership and realizing it for his mistake. I'm going to take his mistake, and I'm going to correct it by saying that I hate Donald Trump. And I think Donald Trump is a sissy. I think Donald Trump's a sissy. I think he blew Bubba. What's he going to do, sue me? This stuff is on the news. He's got to sue every news station. Someone's telling the truth. They're going to have to actually investigate these things if he's going to win. That's how the courts work. And if anyone wants to claim otherwise, debate me on it. But we already know that Stephen Bonnell is into wild things. We already know Destiny is into wild things. After all, he needs fucking blue to exist, right? He needs blue to exist, right? He needs blue to exist. Shout out to my Crips, alright? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm going to talk about Obama solely because I'm here, because it'll be a better topic. I hate Obama. What's Obama doing? Obama. I voted for Obama, by the way, my first election in 2012. And yes, because he was black, and I still considered myself black at the time, because I wanted to fit in. Don't worry, I'm a narcissist. I don't think I'm white either. Alright? And I'm not Asian, and I'm not Mexican, okay? Again, I'm Malkavian, okay? Okay. I'm Malkavian, by the way. And life's about music. Life's about music, alright? And I want to talk about Obama. And I want to talk about how much of a piece of shit he is, alright? What he is credited to doing in Syria is a naughty, naughty thing. You know? I hear things about her, and I never agree with her. I thought she reminded me of who I knew growing up. A miss I knew I went to church with, and she worked at the District 5 Education Center and stuff like that. She was always a nice woo. At least her, not this thing. This thing right here is a liar. And he's not even black, really. He's not even black, really. This guy's not black, by the way. Obama's not black. He's like Samoan or something like that. I thought, or Samoa's black. Hey. Or Samoa. There you go. I'll make it all caps. Are Samoans black? And the crowd says no. They say no. Why they racist, man? They don't want them in the seat with them. I thought Samoans could say nigga stuff like that. I thought Samoans could say nigga. I bet you ain't gonna stop The Rock from saying nigga. I did. I made The Rock into a little ass nigga, and I'm like, what are you doing? You trying to help me change, nigga? I bet you he won't say nigga in front of me, bitch. Oh, I shouldn't even say that, you know? Because I worship humbly, you know? I can't let these things, like, try to make, you know, empower yourself, you know, a bad thing, you know? These things speak negatively, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them, you know? They got to realize that this is a, you know, something they can't, you know, touch. Like I did that Rock nigga. That nigga was so small. What are you doing? I took that nigga and turned it to this. This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's why I do the things like that. Because I'm pretty sure if I look up The Rock in wig, I'm pretty sure there's something that comes up, right? Hold on. Google. The Rock. women's clothing. All right. Now it's just him, right? And let's not be schizophrenic. Those are totally different people, okay? Those are totally different people around him. But he's got a fashion brand, I'm assuming, right? Down with Wu. Like he makes Wu's clothes. Maybe it's like a fashion design things he's modeled for and stuff like that. And then for whatever reason, there's just all these Wu around him, right? The Rock and women's clothing. Yeah, I am going to do that. I am going to do that. I am going to do that. I am going to do it. I am going to do it. Now, I want to see this. I wonder if I could put it in AI. I wonder if I could put The Rock in the dress and have the AI make it. And Google, by the way. Can you generate images? I want to see if I insult it first by asking this question. Can you generate images? It wants to yell. Ah, sarcastic with me. She's sarcastic. She's sarcastic as fuck with me. She's always been sarcastic with me. She's that older librarian. Like, of course we fucking can do it. Look. Now, can you do that with this face? Ah! Can you do that with this face? This is blind here. No, tell me that ain't a beautiful black woman. Tell me they ain't a beautiful black woman. Tell me this ain't a beautiful... Samoans are black. I know, let me ask Samoan Wu that. Ask Samoan Wu that, that's how I meet her. Any Samoan Wu in here, let me know. Are you black? Oh, you white. I always say that white women love me. I always say that white women love me and stuff like that. And the reaction I get is hilarious. 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 I swear to you. Hey, y'all want some side characters? Y'all want some side characters to this shit? We're gonna have some reoccurring characters to this shit, to this series. I'm gonna make a playlist for this shit. I'm gonna ask you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you. Yeah, the fuck I'm asking. What the fuck was his name? Sorry, the H, right? Yeah, this tool. This fucking tool. Look at this fucking frog. Yeah, what the fuck, what is it? Yeah, this fucking, it looks like a fucking, damn, what's that otter? Or like fucking Dr. Eggman. Yeah, this fucking Dr. Eggman ass nigga. Dr. Eggman ass nigga. It look just like this shit right here. It look just like this. I ain't making you Jim Carrey, nigga. The fuck? This is what you is, nigga. This is what you is, nigga. And this is the most hard rock podcast in the world. And I'm your Malkavian host. And I'm a little crazy sometimes, you know? A little imaginative, you know? Hey, it's the weekdays. It's my time off. I'm an actual boss, right? Or am I always at work, right? I don't know. Am I paying attention to the type of people who need to be paid attention to and linking them to the sort of people they need to be linked to without them even fucking knowing it now? Am I that smooth? They think I'm missing shots. They think I'm not aiming at people who ain't really social because they're not paying attention to who's coming to fuck up, who these people associate themselves with. They only think about themselves. And it makes it easy to fucking point them out. Jim Carrey came up first. I told you Dr. Eggman. Someone's a pseudo fucking intellectual and shit like that. That's how smooth as look I am. Again, I'm a better rapper than Playboy Cardi. I'm way better than Playboy Cardi. Way better than Glock 40 Spaz. Yeah, I'm better than Glock 40 Spaz at rapping. Yeah, I'm the most real, authentic. I used to come in this server and I like trade with my lightsaber when I had it. I don't know where it is. So I'm assuming somebody else wanted to cop that technology. All right, go ahead. There you go. I took the thing that y'all made a movie of. I made it reality and it's safe. And it's good for defense too. It's pretty sturdy. I got a Neo Saber. There you go. Neo Saber. Yeah, you get a toy. Yeah. Gotta prepare for Mars. Gotta have some soldiers to die on Mars. This is not monetized. Gotta have some soldiers to die on Mars, baby. You gotta pitch out the work. I'll show you how it's done. Y'all watch Game of Thrones, right? Don't worry, Daenerys Targaryen, my mother dragons, she's fine, alright? I want y'all to know that I'm gonna be good. I know y'all like, oh, you only like. Don't worry, man. I feel like I'm built for greater and better things. I think even as this right now, I feel very confident, you know? Because I feel like I provoke a type of curiosity. My aura, my energy is entrancing because there's knowledge, there's something in here. Every woo I've ever met has always told me about my potential. You know? But I just believe in consent. You gotta tell me what it is. You gotta be honest with me. You can't hide anything. You have to tell me the truth. You have to speak my language. See, these guys associate having emotions with being... They didn't understand empathy, and I tried to give it to them. I tried to give it to them, you know? I went to that guy with his big head, his big forehead. I went to that guy with his big forehead, you know, and I was like, hey, there's knowledge you can learn, you know? You can make different people. You say the people around you are bullying you. Here's some people you can have around you that look different, have a different style altogether. And guess what? They can understand pain, emotion, and they try to, you know, understand it as best as they can. And it's up to you to teach them how to overcome those things. And some people just fail. You know, they teach them how to go to war and stuff like that. So now they're going to go to it. Hey, y'all going to go hang out. Hey, don't worry. I sent Elon first. Don't worry. I sent the dog first. Okay? Hey, shout out to the Scottish, I guess, right? I'm beyond the 17th dimension. I'm 32. I'm before the 33rd degree in the spine. Okay? I go to certain art parties and I remain untouched and I remain uncorrupted and I reveal the actions of wanting to steal the rights of Wu. I've emboldened and empowered Wu in person, and I know that I am known. That's how aware I am. And I'm aware of the situation I am in too. But a certain book, shout out to my morons, a certain book was telling about a guy who was watching people from balcony laugh at him and stuff like that. And then they were like, hey, we're better than you. And he found a rod or something like that and crossed a river. I don't know what happened to those people in that balcony. I didn't care about that. What I did care about was the Book of Jacob and talking about grafting. Hey, you Nation of Islam idiots, you're just like the Mormons, by the way. You're just like the Latter-day Saints. You have the same lore. And it came out before yours. So that guy copied the Latter-day Saints when he came up with Yakub. So guess where... Yeah, I know. You guys are stupid. You guys are like this guy. Yeah, good. He came up. Yeah, you're just like Frederick Douglass. Just like Frederick Douglass. You get around people you claim to hate, your creations, and you try to teach them how to destroy your own people, your past. Once you get up, I'm not like that. Again, I'm better than Obama. I'm better than George Washington Carver. I'm way better than George Washington Carver. I'm way better than Malcolm X. I'm way better than all those other guys because I can't be bought. I reveal my associations with the Conservative Party immediately, but has Obama? How long until after his supposed service did it be revealed that he is, related to Bush? And that they've been both associated with certain fraternities that are associated with the Skull and Crossbones. And if you watch Family Guy, they sleep in a coffin with older folks and kiss them and stuff like that. Older, more masculine looking folks and stuff like that. That reminds me of this guy. He does it with Adam 22. Adam Freemason. Stupid. Uncreative people. These people are uncreative. They have no sense of creation and style, just like this guy. I'm not allowed in his Discord server, so I'm only assuming he's doing naughty things with children as well. I'm only assuming that he's distributing in CSAM, but as long as I'm in here, that stuff's not going to be allowed. I'm always going to investigate and make sure that who is talking is of adult age by listening to what she says and listening to what they are getting up to. That's what you do to Goyim. That's what I'm supposed to do to get Goyim. Good Goyim. I hope these guys are working like second shift or third shift. Yeah, okay, get to work. Get to work, guys. Get to work. Get to work. Because you guys voted for this guy. I didn't. Again, Zara and I voted for, someone else. And this makes me think, You want to know what kind of Latter-day Saint I am? You want to know what kind of Latter-day Saint I am? The kind who's interested in a certain type of vision. You know? I'm inserted it in. Oh, whoa, slip of the tongue. Alright. I'm interested in a certain vision, I'm into a certain different vision, honestly.
The only reason why I asked you out on a date is because me and my friends were having a contest.
This is her older stuff, right? She's a psychologist. She studies psychology. She knows the workings of the mind. That's why her name is Psy Vision. On her Instagram, she goes over lessons of psychology and stuff like that. Listen to what she says. I studied psychology, by the way. They studied it for bachelor's in psychology through Purdue.
Okay, now what if I killed you? Rape doesn't sound so bad anymore, does it? All of these things are clearly immoral, but I think we can agree that something that ends in murder is worse than a cruel prank. Which is why you might be surprised to learn that the scales used within moral psychology to quantitatively capture people's moral evaluations on things will actually do a pretty bad job at capturing this fairly obvious difference. The 2025 paper by Vlad Yale University. It's explained that Likert scales, which is just fancy talk for scales of 1 to 10 or 1 to 7, do a pretty bad job at capturing this fairly obvious difference because they lack any sort of ingrained context. But why does context matter so much? Take the original prank scenario. If I were to present it to a person and then ask them, hey, how bad was this prank on a scale of 1 to 10? This person might think, well, as far as pranks go, this one's pretty fucked up. So I'll give it like a 7, 8, or 9. Now, if I were to present someone else a scenario in which someone was murdered and then ask, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was this? This person might think, well, as far as crimes go, this was pretty bad. So I'm probably going to give it a 7, 8, or 9. Well, now me as a researcher, if I were to look at these numbers, they're telling me that people think that a cruel prank is just as bad as someone getting killed. Which, once again, is not true. When given these scales at a very individual level, people implicitly create their own frame of reference when delivering their responses. Now you might be thinking, well, Sarah, can't you just do what you did in this video and present the same person both scenarios? Well, within actual moral psychology studies, experimenters are manipulating very specific and individual things from scenario to scenario. Because, science wants to isolate specific factors to figure out their impact. So if I were to present you two scenarios that were hypocrisy group, how does punishment work? Well, one of the most basic views is that punishment is just a matter of simple reward.
This is her earlier stuff. But she studied psychology. She was explaining like the different ways to understand perspective and reality. She was explaining a situation where she asked the viewer out on a date. and then follows up with after she asks you out on a date, she later kills you and stuff like that. But the only reason she asked you out on a date is because you were the ugliest person in the room and stuff like that. Hold on. This is her old. That was her older content and stuff like that. This is her newer stuff. And just for clarification, we're still recording, right?
What if I asked you out on a date, but later on
comments. Oh yeah, so it's 9:15. So it was like 9:15. I joined. I gotta put something on. Boogie. I put this. I joined this server again, by the way. I joined this server again, it's September 11th. And this is when that video came out. And then, I played this. And then, I started getting this account on my, Side Vision. I'm gonna keep it the same. Side Vision. But I understood what she was explaining. I didn't feel like it was a personal attack. She was just saying, like, how different perspectives could be presented to somebody. She was explaining, understanding someone else's perspective. I didn't take it as a personal diss. But anyway, this is, back in, September 15th. But I joined this server again, by the way, in September 11th. This is her, more recent post from her other alt account. Oh, shit. So I gotta do it. Man. Oh. Alright, so it's anti-Side Vision. Alright. This is how she's talking.
I regularly see these types of advertisements. But there's this phenomenon of students, usually ones that go to good universities, that start making advertisements for AI study tools. I will admit, I made one of these advertisements once, but then I stopped because it's not representative of how I usually go about studying. I also found that I'm pretty bad at I just read. Hey guys, I get asked for a lot of weird stuff on the internet. I've been asked for pictures and videos of various angles. The one that I continue getting, and I still don't fully understand, are people asking me to count down from 10. Sometimes they don't even ask for 10, they just ask for 5. I don't know if I might be a bit too naive to understand, but I don't see an issue with them. So I'm going to make a video today of me counting down from 10.
Okay, so yeah. This is the most hard rock podcast in all of Anderson, South Carolina, by the way. I'm a pretty handsome guy. Alright? I know I'm handsome. You can't alter my perspective of myself. I understand psychology. That's all that says. That's all we're gonna take away from it. Cause I gotta go to church on Sunday. You guys like paleontology? It's like dinosaurs and stuff like that. You guys ever watch Jurassic Park? I only watched like Jurassic Park 3, and then I watched like the first one. Look at this. Oh, it's scary. Dude. Anyway, so like this is Reddit. Dude. So it's 12:58. Time is moving by so slow. And people complain about like aging really fast. I want to talk about that. People complain about aging really fast and saying that they're old at such young ages and stuff like that. I have people on the internet call me Unc, and I'm only like 32 years old. Like, yeah, technically I'm an uncle or whatever, I guess, right? But at the same time, I'm also a father. And a married man. I'm also a married man, too. You know? And I feel like it's time to go, like, a little further and beyond. Again, the most hard rock podcast all of South Carolina. And I haven't came up with a name for it either. You know? I haven't came up with a name for it or anything like that, too. And it's the most realistic one you could ever find. Because you know I'm a real person. And I've been saying the things that I've been saying. I don't want to hear anyone ever say that this person is AI. I'm a real person, and there's been people who have seen me, and they want to keep me to myself, my power. They just want to keep the knowledge of my power to themselves. I'm like, why are you not sharing me? Academics, let me in that server, man. I got some knowledge for you. I can give you real content entertainment. Come in here. Really come in here and just listen to the DMs you've been getting. Like, you gotta come, bro. You gotta let him. Talk with him. They want to hear it. Because they don't want to go to fucking Mars. That's why they like the Mormons. They want to find a way out. They try to make a deal. Goyim's always trying to make deals and shit. Always trying to get loads and shit like that. I love it. Hey. Yeah, I do love it. It's good. It means you want to change. Who wouldn't love it? That's a great thing. It's not like I want to trick you. You don't want to go to Mars and die. I'm pitching to you somewhere else. How you treating the ladies in your life? What do you think about woo? What do you think about children? Tell me your opinions on these things. We'll do an interview. You know, check your credit score. Check your credit score and see how much you've racked the fuck up and stuff like that. We'll see how high that number is. And then we'll see how much you owe me. Stuff like that. For the knowledge I gave. And then I'll determine if you're worthy of not using your fucking lightsaber and going to Kolob. Those things are just blunt objects. You don't burn anything, by the way. I've touched myself with it. So it's safe for you, too. It's like a little, plastic baton. Dude, they got, like, shells. They just roaches. They just roaches. They not nothing that's gonna be crazy or anything like that. You want to see it so bad, okay? And they look like you, so you won't even hate them. Go to Mars. Go to Mars. Yeah, it's from like Gats or whatever, right? What the fuck with those roach men from that anime Gats or whatever? They did like whatever. Martian anime. It was like roach guys, whatever. I don't want to make him into that. This is something I just can't. The name is just going to blank because I don't really fucking keep up with anime like that. I'm not weirdo. But I like Japan. I like some of the aesthetic, but a lot of that stuff's got to go over there. Okay, so what? Roach men anime. These things right here. They just bugs. What the fuck? Enjoy your next 14 years. All I'm saying, I've shown you how to do it. Don't worry, I don't need to. None of y'all can move me. It's fine. I don't need to overcompensate. Don't worry, this body's gonna be fine. It's gonna transform for the time that is needed. Alright. I'm already exhaling and the abs are getting tighter, alright? Okay, it's good. I can't be, already. Again, I am the most Malkavian host, and this is your most hard rock podcast that ever exists. And we're just vibing. But you gotta get time for your cult radio. You gotta get ready for your propaganda. I'm honest about my propaganda. That's what makes me better than the other guys. Alright? I'm honest about what is meant to get propaganda out and to push a certain narrative. House music was invented by Chicago brown skin guys, black Americans, so I don't know where this narrative. I thought those guys were supposed to be. Well, yeah, here's your propaganda.
Or any reflective surface. Next time you look into a mirror, or any reflective surface. When you see a mirror, next time you see any reflective surface. When you see a mirror, or any reflective surface, don't ask who's looking back. Just nod. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. Nice. Hey. You're doing great. You're doing great. Next time you look into a mirror.
Okay, so if you see this woo and your immediate thought is violence, you are getting sent to Kolob. You're going to the center of Earth. I'm not going to point out who, just know that, yeah, you're going to the center of Earth. You see a woo, and you immediately think of violence against them, you're going to cold. You're going to the center of the earth. Don't worry, I thought y'all liked that stuff. Y'all want stuff to be flat and shit like that. Alright. Go lower than this dimension. Alright? Go lower this dimension, you know? Go to like the 0.0000000 whatever. Let's see how many like layers it's that deep. You're so focused on their gender and their sex and stuff like that, you're driven by hate. And I'm talking specifically to this Discord, by the way, because again, I'm Malkavian. These shots don't miss. So if you resonate with any of these so-called proclaimed things that want to be men, and when I show you this propaganda, and I show you this form of propaganda of what she's saying, and you think of violence, and you think of hurting me specifically, you're going to the lower dimension. Because if you think about hurting me, it's because you think about hurting her, because that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm not thinking of anything else. So obviously I know where the shots are aiming. You guys want to forget? No, you can't. Because you're going to, you know, places where you belong. You're going, you're getting exiled from this country. We're getting deported. When I'm in office, you're getting deported. Yeah. When I'm in office, you're getting deported. If you would want to inflict violence on any woo or child, you're getting deported immediately. And while you're deported, you're going to be getting put into labor, in which your labor is benefiting the dimension you wanted to hurt. When I'm elected, that's the case. So not only are you exiled and prevented to go in the area you wanted to harm, you're living in a lesser, a lesser field and a populated place where you have to perform undefined amount of time into labor. No, you're not going to Mars. You're going to a place lower than that. All of you. I told you about Mars and going to war with things that look just like you, and I showed you a thing that looked like that, what you claim to be inside and stuff like that. Right? And you wanted to kill it. And those who said it didn't look like you and you were excited to go, that's even worse. And now you're going to definitely go to, you know, lower dimensions. Because I don't need you trying to hurt aliens. That's not how we're going to cure Mars. This was a test. Again, the most Malkavian host of all time. Everything's a test in life. This is serious. This is serious, and I'm a serious person, and this is 12/29/25. Alright? This is 12/29/25. But the time is 1:07 p.m. Got like 2 more hours before when I clock in, you know? I don't know what I want to eat though. I said I was gonna go to Best Buy, so I'll get dressed and go to Best Buy, and I'll get that keyboard. Again, this is the most hard rock radio station you could ever imagine in your entire life. Okay, you gotta let me know you're really alternative. You gotta let me know that you're looking for a better way. You gotta let me know you can feel and understand the music in a positive sense and not want to make destruction from it. Again, my blood type is O negative. I can donate blood to any person on earth. It shouldn't matter what name I write. When I tell you that my blood is O negative and that it can be given to people who have sickle cell to help them, that should immediately let me donate blood. When I tell you that I am a working citizen who has no diseases whatsoever and have been tested multiple times, that has never had COVID, you should let me donate blood immediately. You shouldn't try to prevent me from donating blood. And if you're a person around who will want to threaten people to try to keep me from donating blood and them receiving my blood, then you are someone who's meant for Mars. At your age you're currently at, too. You won't be younger. Because I don't believe in veils. I don't believe you should be sent to a different dimension, especially one higher, and be capable of strong. If you've gone your entire life preying on people younger than you because you perceive them as weak for whatever reason, then you will be sent to a place in your current age and form around people who are actually stronger and bigger than you. Because those things are still violent up there. Elon Musk failed you. I put your so-called leader to the test by saying he was going to go to Mars, and when I managed him up there, I'm still seeing, you know, I still believe that those things are up there, and they shouldn't be that aggressive. Why are they so aggressive if they're supposed to be up there? That lets me know that it doesn't go up. It doesn't just go up, it goes in different directions, but those different directions don't determine how good or bad they are. It depends on the place. It so happens to be that Kolob is directly down, but it doesn't mean that it is inherently a place where there is no chance to still have positivity. That's why I believe when I went to Mercury and Venus that it was fine. And I'm talking the way I'm talking, hoping that people will be tested to see if any of this is worth their time and believing. Based off the things I've done before and stuff like that. I wonder how many serious things have to be presented to someone before they understand when someone is actually aware or not. Again, none of these things should have stopped me from being able to give cures to things that I hear about or have heard about. But that thing needs to stay uncurable, because I got to make sure that they don't try to learn a way to, because they want to hurt things like this. They want to hurt women. They want to hurt Wu, and I think that's a bad case.
I hate Cap.
Oh, no man's gonna like for Christmas.
This thing is stupid. Nation of Islam is retarded. The Nation of Islam is the most retarded, stupid shit ever, because they copy the Mormons. They copy the Mormons. I'm still going to say that. They jacked white guys' flow first. They jacked white guys' flow first for their religion. They didn't want to believe in Jesus. They didn't want to believe in the Logos. They didn't want to believe in Sophia. They didn't want to believe in all that stuff. They thought it was stupid stuff. Hey, man, you should really learn to love things different than you. Don't trust that demiurge. Why? Because he told Abel to do this, but he told Adam to do that. He told Adam to eat vegetables and stuff like that. Why would he accept an offering of that burnt and stuff like that, of all things? Why? Why? Obviously not that. You know? I'm not saying that. Hey. I gotta make sure I get to where I need to go. I want to save that person to the face. I want to save that for a specific right moment. I want to save that image for when it's like I can smell and just hold the shoulders. Especially now after I've hung out at 134 in downtown Anderson. Alright? Now that I've hung out in 134 in downtown Anderson and I've done what I've done, seen what I've seen, felt what I've felt, said what I've said, I'm feeling really sure that I want to save a moment like that for when I go over there. So I'm going to save for when I can, you know. Hey, get to work. Enjoy your second shift jobs, everybody. Oh, yeah, sure. If I don't see you, I'm just going to pay curses in there. Who's going to stop me? No one's going to listen or read it, right? So it shouldn't matter if I put this in here to ensure that they fucking get to work at, on their second shift jobs. Alright, because they're live. They're posted in here, so they're obviously alive. What are they doing? They're going to be doing something. Hey, I worked this morning and last night. I did watch people and watch the property. Roamed around in my little security guard's outfit. But I didn't need a flashlight. I roam around the property, in the property, alone with just me and the machines. At night. Listening to music. Checking out TikToks and stuff like that. It's really cool. You know? I watched this movie called Fantastic Planet. It's a French animated movie. Amazing. I highly recommend it. And I will not share it with these things. I will not share it with these things. I remember I've seen some weird shit of this. This fucking thing. If I ever see it in real life, it obviously has to be this. It can't be the other thing, because if it is, it's going to be smoke, dust. It doesn't exist in my fucking reality. And I move through reality freely. I can travel. Because I have a body. And I can pick things and I can rotate them around. I can transform things to my will. You know? Everything is pieced together because it's been purchased by other things. The other things have led to other things, so have led to other things, so have led to other things. This is a library card, by the way. No, this is my, yeah, this is my Anderson. This is my old Anderson County library card. And I'm obviously good at Magic, the Gathering. This is red mana. It's Mountain. And you guys play Magic the Gathering? We're going to end this with some arena gameplay. See if we can come up and play smooth now. So I'm going to turn the cam off, play some music, and turn the mic off, and we're going to end out on this.